Hello everyone and welcome to the third episode of Fix Your Creations. I hope you're all well and staying safe. This is a series where you submit your broken creations and I take a look at them and see if they can be fixed and they can be saved. Now, if you're looking to get your creation fixed, see the description of this video for more information. But before we get started, if you're enjoying these videos, comment below and let me know what else you'd like to see any of my future videos. While you're there, don't forget that like and subscribe button and click the little bell icon to be notified of my upcoming content as soon as it gets posted. So set, let's get straight into it and get started with the first creation. And the first creation we're going to be taking a look at is a boat done by Script Source. Now he submitted it and he said that it doesn't float, and I definitely can see that it doesn't float. So we're going to be having a quick look and see what the issue is. I'm guessing it's a buoyancy issue, but let's just bring it back into the workbench and see what's going on here. So I can see he's got a door that actually goes inside there, and that looks like the only hole there is, and we'll see if there's an issue with that door. Let's just have a look inside the interior. Okay, so there actually isn't that much space for this boat to get any buoyancy, to be honest. If you can have a look, it's pretty much got a 2x2, and most of it's actually taken up with fuel and engine and things like that. So the first thing I'm going to just check is I'm actually just going to remove this door and see if that's going to improve our buoyancy situation at all. And let's just bring that back, and you might just actually need some weights inside it. Might be something simple as that, but let's just go and bring that in. Let's double check everything is okay. Otherwise, from that, this is sealed, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, everything else looks fine, so let's just spawn it in again. It's also spawning really high, which is not the greatest, but it looks like it's doing a little bit better. So you can see there it did manage to survive a little bit longer. Now, one thing I would probably do, especially with these smaller boats, is I would enable the world view, and I would simply just go and drag it down here. And just to make my life a little bit easier, I'm just going to bring it back and a little closer to where the workbench is. This way we can get to it easier. So once we have it here, now we can spawn it. Let's see how it works now. So you can see we spawned it in. Okay, it still wants to turn over. So that means two things. One, it either doesn't have enough buoyancy, or two, it doesn't have any weight blocks underneath it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make a couple holes here at the back, and we're just going to go and put some weight blocks inside, and hopefully that should make it a little bit more better. Seems like he's got most of his weight. There's weight here, and then the rest of the weight's above. So let's go and just do that. Let's see how that handles. Okay, so that's much better. It's still turning over, but it managed to last much longer. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a couple more weights here. Let's just see how it deals with these weights that we're putting in. I want to put it in the center also, just to negate that. So you can see it's tipping over again. Okay, let's have a look at the center of weight. Okay, it's over there. Is it in the center? Yeah, it looks more or less in the center. So it still looks like it's a weight issue. And also a buoyancy issue there. So what I would probably do is try and just open up the space as much as you can. Like these blocks we don't need. Those ones we do. Do we need these? No, we don't. Okay, I'm just going to turn on X axis. And pretty much just going to try and delete anything that I can see that we don't need in this creation. So yeah, that looks like it's fine. What is this? Oops, I deleted something else in pipes. Yeah, look at this. This is all free buoyancy that you can get back. What about these? Yeah, look, more buoyancy here we can get. Okay, well that one, no. Okay, what about back here? So I can see all this space, but what is actually there? Okay, so we can close that. Anything here we can get some extra buoyancy? Doesn't look like it. Well, let's just give it some extra buoyancy. We'll close this off. We'll just go and close that, open that, close that. Okay, well, so that will give it hopefully give it a little bit more extra buoyancy, and I'm just gonna go and close this up also. So that should give it a little bit more. There's no extra buoyancy if we can get there. We could delete some of these fuel tanks because we don't need that many in a creation this small with one engine in it. I wouldn't go with 6 fuel tanks. I don't think it's necessary. Another thing is that you can do is all this. So all that I just went and deleted now, you can actually make those wedges. This way you'll get a little extra buoyancy in the center. Okay, so we can just go and make those all angled blocks. You don't even see them, so why not? You know, extra space. And we can do the same thing underneath the creation. So literally just delete anything that's a square block, and we're going to go and make it an angled block, just like this little wedge. Okay, just like that, and we do the same here. There we go, and then down the center too. And there we go. So we got a whole bunch more wedges. Now let's spawn in and see how much difference that makes. Okay, now there's hardly any water on there. There's too much weight in the front still, so I need a little more weight at the back. I would probably do. So let's go and get rid of 2 of those. We'll put the wedges back, and let's get some more weight here. So I want to get right at the rear. Let's see how that handles. So that's much better. It's still tipping over very quickly, which means there's too much weight at the top. Now, as I said, you can keep on adding more and more weight here, but the more weight we add, the more it's going to sink down to the bottom. You can see it's sinking at the bottom, still turning. So I'm going to guess and say it's these radios here. Try it again. Yep, it was those radios. Those radios are a terrible thing. I don't know what's up with radios these days, but it literally just goes, I don't know. They seem to be much heavier than what they are, because obviously the actual block itself has got a weight to it, and then I don't know why, but it seems to count all the actual pieces above there as more weight. But there we go, it's floating. Obviously I changed a few little things there. I just removed the radios. I would move the radios down to the back here, or just get a smaller radio. But yeah, that's a nice little creation and nice and fixed. Let's go and move on to the next one. And the next creation that we're going to be looking at is a helicopter done by War Machine Gaming. Now, he said everything working, however, as soon as he takes off, this thing just goes and flips. So let's just see what's pretty much going on. So it looks like he's got actually no controls here. Everything just goes through your hotkeys. So we've got roll, forwards, backwards, your alt, hold, ignition, gyro, parachute. Okay, so ignition. Interesting. Gyro, forwards, backwards. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's have a look at what's going on here. So, let's see. What has he got this? This is on neutral, that's fine. What is controlling? What is ZE helicopter? Okay, so he's trying to use Euro 1's controller for this. It's a helicopter gyro, so that's fine. It does work. Has he got everything connected up? So roll to roll. He's got collective to collective. He's got pitch to pitch. That's fine. Angular. Let's just make sure this is angular speed facing up. Tilt sensor facing right. Tilt sensor facing right. Tilt sensor facing front. Tilt sensor facing front. He's got engine temperature. That's fine. RPS. Yeah, that's fine. Distance speed sensor facing front. Directional. That's fine. Distance speed sensor facing right. Okay. Make sure directional. That's fine. And he has altitude. That's fine. Engine starter, that's fine. Engine throttle, that's fine. Max power, RPS limiter 20. You want to change that. Gearboxes, what do you got? 9? Oh, let's just have a look and see what's going on here. So they are facing the engine, that's good. And they're going up there, that's perfectly fine. 9 to 5 and 9 to 5. Okay, it should be fine. This is 3 blades, it's neutral. This is neutral, 3 blades, that's fine. Actually, I don't see anything nothing big of an issue I can see. Let's just go and check your, so you can get your controls there, going to that, that's fine. Oh, gearboxes, no electricity, that's fine. Let's get those connected up. That's all connected, cool. Yeah, let's go and see what the issue is now. I think that electricity would have solved it. So ignition. See if we can get it started here though. Seems like it's having a hard time getting that rotor to turn, which means those gearboxes are an issue. So we'll bring this one back to 1 to 1. We'll leave the other one that's turning. I'm guessing that was the whole issue, was this, it was getting way too much RPS, so now it seems like it doesn't have enough. Let's just bring it back. Hold on, let's just make sure everything's connected. So, yeah, that is connected. Can we get... I'm gonna get the gyro on first and then turn it on here. Okay. Let's go and get rid of the other gearbox that he has. Make that a 1 to 1 also, and see how that handles it. That gearbox should have more than enough, and it should have enough more power. It seems like it's just the throttle. So what's going on here? It's engine RPS. No. Like 10. Pitch WS, main rotor at the front, main rotor direction. It's going front-wise, so that's fine. Tail rotor facing, which way is the tail rotor facing? Okay, so tail rotor is facing right, that's fine. Pitch sensitivity, we don't want to change any of that, but let's check that now. See how that is. That RPS thing might have been your issue. Still seems like it just doesn't want to give it enough throttle. It doesn't have enough power on the engines. The RPS is fine. Just double check everything else. Okay. Okay, it's actually right here. I just looked at it there. So, engine's there, fuel, that's exhaust. Coolant is fine. Where is your... Ooh, that is a big fuel tank. That is a very big fuel tank. Okay. That could be an issue. Seems as though you got a ton of weight on this. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take... Is that a fluid spawner? Yeah. Fluid spawner. Put it over there. Take this. Close it up. Get rid of that fluid spawner. That one too. Oops. Take our inverted axis off. Delete that. Delete that. Okay, let's try now. Now that the whole helicopter is not just a fuel tank. Let's see. And gyro ignition. Still doesn't want to turn. So, which means that gyro hasn't got enough power to turn it. So, engine starter. What's going on with this engine starter? Okay, engine starter is over there. What is it doing? So it's getting the engine RPS and it's going against constant value 1. No, I would say 5. And then this is, what's this? Read value 1 from our seat. Okay, so it needs the reads value 1. This is engine temperature. Okay, that should be fine. Now let's just go and double check that. I want that starter to hold longer, so it actually lets the blades turn So gyro ignition. There we go. We just need a longer ignition. Now let's try and raise it. See if there's any other issues. Okay. Okay, so now it seems like it's not getting enough power, so we'll increase the gearboxes. Let's do 3-to-1 ratio on that. That should be enough to get it moving. And let's see how much power that has. We might need to increase its actual idle throttle RPS. So ignition. There we go. Gonna climb. Very close. Yep. Almost. Come on. Okay, so I would give it, let's just increase that idle RPS. So let's bring that to 20. And let's try it now. Let's see how that idle RPS works. So back into pilot seat, gyro on, ignition on. Cool. Sounds quicker. There we go. Oh, down, down. Up. I would check your weight issue. I'd probably say your rotor needs to be a little bit more forward. But overall, let's just try and get it to climb up here a bit. Come on. Also some dials just to read out what you're actually inputting would be useful. Okay, so it still doesn't want to climb. So what we can do is let's increase this to 30 and increase this to 30 also. Let's see if that's, otherwise we'll just up the gearbox on that. But that should be fine. Let's see. Make sure everything's all right. Bring it up. There we go. That's much better. Oops. Yeah, now it's pretty much just a weight. It's just a weight issue because if you look at it now, it's just trying to, it's constantly trying to go forward to counter that issue. So if we put it in like that, okay, that engine sounds like it's not doing too well. But it is working. It all's perfectly flying. Nice and stable now. But yeah, I would... Okay, until that happens. I would, yeah... Oh yeah, the engine just pretty much exploded. Okay, so we can decrease that. I'm guessing it's just doesn't have enough power for what it is. Like, I would use an aircraft engine if that. Let's bring it back to 20 RPS. 20 RPS. Let's get that one to give it a little bit more power to that. Let's see how that handles it. As I said, another issue is your weight. So if you look here, your weight is currently over here. That's where you need to have this rotor, is here at the center. Because, yeah, that you can't have it that far at the back. Otherwise, you need to have more weight blocks on the other side. Now, we could add some more weights just by getting some weight blocks, and you should notice a difference then. It shouldn't go and fall to the front. So if we go and just grab that much, we want to try and bring that. Okay, so now it's almost centered. There we go. Okay, it's going to try and tipple now, of course it is, but that rotor needs to go more forward, or you need more weight at the back. Gyro on, ignition on. Okay. Problem with adding this weight blocks is it's going to be harder now for it actually to take off. Well, actually, sorry, it wasn't. So, okay, so we need to check that the RPS is dropping way too low, so we need to get that to about 3 to 2, I think. Let's try now. Should be able to, yeah, fix it up. Can it take off? Yep, it can. Nice, look at that. So it's only ever so slightly going forward a bit. As I said, I wouldn't add that weight at the back. I would move your rotor blade forward. That would fix the issues you have. And obviously less weight, then you would have less issues with this engine. And I would add an aircraft engine. Don't use the small little diesel. Like, small diesel engine's great for a small helicopter. This is not a small helicopter. I think you need an aircraft engine in there. As I said, remove these weights, move this rotor blade forward, and then you'll be good to go on this helicopter. But yeah, pretty much that's fixed. The main issues were RPS, your gearboxes needed electric to them, and then you need to have a look at these settings, like especially if you're going to use someone else's, workshop microprocessors. Make sure you know what you're setting up here. Like the rotor blade was in the wrong way, your RPS was at like 1,000, so it was just going absolutely crazy. So yeah, just be aware of that and double check it. But otherwise, yeah, good creation. It just needs a couple tweaks and you're good to go. And the next creation we have is a jet done by Pytrix. Now, he said the issue he's having is the landing gear is not strong, especially when he's taking off and he's taxiing. Now, I can see it sliding around quite a bit, and that usually is because the brakes are not on. So let's just go and check that and just make sure the brakes are on by default. So where is his... Okay, brake, microcontroller. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and get a simple toggle button. I'm going to put it somewhere in here and put it there, and we'll connect that over to your brakes. So let's see, brake, and brake. Give it some electricity, of course. So yeah, oh, actually no, I want to give it directly to the battery. So where's your battery? There, okay, and then we can go to it and tell it to be on by default. This is brakes. Okay, and let's just see how that works now. Does it still rotate madly? Oh yeah. So it's those tires. So let's go back onto it. So all-round tires, grip pressure. Yeah, these tires, they are not happy, especially when you have them actually built like that, when they start off inside the body and then you're rotating it. If we were to do it the other way around, get them to start out and then fold in, that would probably solve your issue of this. So, and I can show that by... Oh, it's going to be, let's see. So if we go and put this on, get rid of, let's add that, take that, get rid of all this, get rid of that, and then put that down. Bring that down like that. Let's add one more, and let's go and get the wheel. So I think you were using a small one with no suspension. So if we put that down now, you'll probably notice it's not going to rotate. Yeah, so you can see that's stopping the rotation. So as I said earlier, I would build it out, then get it to fold in, instead of getting it folded in and then coming out. Seems like some funky things going on here. Maybe, yeah, those are all connected. That's fine now. So otherwise from that, everything else is fine. It's just get it to fold in rather than out, and that solves your issue. But besides that, it's fine. Strength wise, if you worry that this is not going to hold its strength and it's going to break while you're taking off, just add another one of these. So simply go in and take this, go and delete a extra block that you don't need. You don't really have an extra block over here. So if I was to delete that, for example, just add another one. Go in here, just connect it up. That's going to be super strong now. in comparison to what it was. You won't have any issues with that landing gear. That's gonna perfectly work as it is. Yeah, and that's pretty much about it. So I'm not gonna do any more diagnosing. He said the only issue he had was the landing gear, and that's pretty much fixed it. So yeah, nice creation. Let's go and move on to the next one. And the next one we have is submitted by LV Pro, and this is a kind of like a VTOL kind of drone kind of creation, and he said it's working fine. However, it's just a little bit unstable and it just crashes a lot. So let's just see what we can do. First, of course, as we normally do, I'm just going to jump in it. I'm going to see how it flies to start with, because that tells me a lot about the creation and what the issue is. So let's go and just close that door. What's in the back? Okay, so like a little cargo area. Okay, so we have compact pilot. So I'm guessing this is a throttle up, throttle down, open cargo hatch, winch up and down. And what is this one? Nothing. Okay, so it has to be this then. Unfold gyro. Okay, nice. So I'm guessing that's pretty cool. Then we have gyro. We need landing gear. That's fine. Fuel pumps on. Engine on. Main breaker. Don't need any of this other stuff. And get throttle up a bit. A little bit more. Okay, so that's on. That's cool. So guessing one jet engine somewhere in the center of the creation. Seems like it's building up quite a lot of RPS. Okay, so good so far. Let's go and increase. Okay, so it's just rotating around. Okay, let's see. Let's have a look and let's see what's going on here. Oh my word! What are those light switch? What are those? Wow. Okay, a lot of light switches there. Let's just see what's going on here. So he's got these rotatively. So that's roll, that's collective, and that's pitch. Where are those going to? So stabilize roll. 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 Okay, it's fine. Where? Have a look at these arrows. So that's going the wrong way. That one's going the wrong way. That one's going the wrong way. Okay, so those ones are going forward and those ones are going backwards. And they got opposites. So you can see that one's going forward and right. That one's going, yeah, so they're completely opposite. So delete that. Delete that. Put it the same as the other ones. So down there. Down there. And let's now get that reconnected. So where's our roll? That's yaw. This is roll. So that's going. Okay, so I actually need to take off the mirror because that would totally help here. There we go. Okay, now we can get everything connected up. I was wondering why it was disconnected. So stabilize, roll, roll, roll. That's pitch. Roll. Okay, so stabilize, roll, roll, roll. That's happy days. Then we have yaw, which I don't need to touch. Why is yaw going to the front? Where does that go? Inverted number. Okay, where is that inverted number going, by the way? Just going straight back to... where is it going? Okay, so it's going to tail... okay, that's fine. Should be at least. You have your pitch, so we can get that connected. So pitch, 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 and pitch. Okay, and what else do we have? We should have up and down. That's our collective, 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 and collective. Okay, that should be good. Let's just make sure you actually are turning this gyro on. And that's getting turned on when gyro. Okay, cool. Let's test that now. So we just inverted your blades and we'll see what difference that actually makes. It's another thing you always have to be careful when you are using the mirror building technique. Just be careful that, especially with like propellers or anything like that, where has a special direction. Sometimes it will go and invert it like that, where you saw. Now that could have been the creator's choice, but for me that's an issue. So unfold gyro, engine and fuel pumps on, throttle up. Get engine off as soon as we turn over. Okay, breakers on, everything else is on, so we're fine. Okay. Wait for that to build up some RPS. It's a good looking creation though. I like the huge wings, they look really nice. Personally, I'll probably round out your hull, or your fuselage. I'll probably round that out ever so slightly. But so far good. Go and climb here and let's see what we can get out of this. Look at that. Down, 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 down. Too much RPS. Way too much RPS. You know what I've probably done? You need to set these to neutral. Because then you can control the collective. Whereas if you don't, your engine power controls it. So that should actually work. But you saw how stable it was in comparison to how it was before. Let's just get up in here. Okay, cool. Let's close that door. Let's get in again. Let's get our power up. Fuel pump, engine on, breaker on, gyro on, unfold on. Let's get that started up now. See how that does. Come on, there we go. Cameras for, I think your camera's at the front somewhere. Yeah, it is. Okay, so far so good. Let's build up our RPS. Okay, let's try go up and down. There we go. Look at that. Let's go forward. Bring it down a little bit. Bring it a little bit forward. There we go. Up. Nice. Nice little creation. Cool. Can we... Oh no. Can we unfold your wings? Ooh. That works. Okay, cool. Nice, easy, nice little fix there. Quite a similar, easy one actually. VTOLs are always tricky, or this kind of like drone kind of VTOL thing. But yeah, you can see here it works really nicely and smoothly. It handles really well actually now that we've just gone. And the only issue was your rotor blades. Nice. So I think we'll go ahead and end today's video there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it entertaining and informative as always. And we'll see you in the next one.